Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Domino. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video, where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, so got to give it a little room for her hair. She's got awesome hair, so I got to leave a little room for that while I'm sketching her out. And I think that's it. I think I got it. Let's see, so I'm going to move her body like this, put this one down. I'm going to do the old foot pointing out because I got her in kind of an elegant pose here. Kind of a, I wouldn't say ballerina, but you know how I imagine her? I imagine her that, she's, Lady Luck, take the wheel, all that fun stuff. I imagine her very fun, like, here we go, and she's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? An elegant, not casual. She's very casual pose, kind of a, not too worried about everything. That's kind of the idea I'm going for. So, okay, I think that works. Move her up like this. Tilt it back like that. And I'm gonna position her right here. And, oh, you know what I'm doing? I'm doing everything I told you not to do. I'm adding all the detail before I get the pose down. I've told you not to do this before, but it's out of habit, I start doing it, and it's pretty, So I gotta work on that. We all got to work on something, right? I got to work on listening to my own rules. Okay, so let's put her hand up. There you go. So since she's in an elegant, I got this kind of pose, I'm going to put her hand over here in a, like that, I don't know, a lot of times, I've done this before, I talk about this, that a lot of times my descriptions are very sound or movement or ideas. It's not words. But obviously I'm not a wordsmith because I'm not a writer, I'm a drawer. So I can show you what I'm talking about. I can't tell you what I'm talking about. Does that make sense? But that's me. That's who I am. About right. Oh, you know what? Let's do this one over here too. So again, I'm adding detail when I should be adding or making sure my positioning and posing is correct. Okay, let's do elegant. There we go. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, so let me define a few things here. So like this is super long, so let me shorten it up a little bit. Let me make this hand a little bit smaller. It's starting to go big. And I tend to do that too. I tend to get really excited about what I'm doing, and so I start drawing super big. Ooh, I like that. There we go. That looks good. Okay. Just define it a little bit more and make sure that I've got it where I want it. Okay, that's good. Now let's draw this arm up. Like that. Okay, let me define this. This got here pretty well. Pretty, I don't want to say easy. Obviously, I didn't get it right, but I finally ended up getting here. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying not to brag. I'm trying not to brag that, ooh, I got there. That was easy, or, you know. Yeah. Ooh, no. The finger comes in like that. This one. Okay, that should work. Let me give her her old oh no, I was gonna say let me give her her old domino face, but no, I can't. It's not about the color right now. It's about the details, right? So like her eye, the really cool detail on that. That's gonna be done with color. Hair is what's going to be really cool, and I'm trying to figure out how exactly to do that and still leave room for color, because you know she's got a really cool design to it, and I want to like make it stand out with shading and stuff like that. But obviously I got to give you some pattern to draw. Still leave enough to, you know, define what I want to do with coloring. And I think what I'll do, let's see, I think I got an idea here. I think what I'll do is just kind of highlight some of the locks on the inside, but not too much. So we've got a little bit of like light in the front and then coloring, not hiding, but darker on the inside, and on the outside is where it gets lighter, that you can see the highlights and whatnot of those pieces and locks sticking out. Yeah, I think that'll work. That's awesome. All right, let me look at her costume again real fast just to make sure I've got this down. Now she does have, let's see, a lot of detail that I need to get in here and try to get right. But I mean, for the most part, color will take care of it, or the Sharpies will take care of it. I just need to make sure that I put enough in here that I leave room, or guide myself, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Alright, she got a couple of gun holsters. Something like that. Color will take care of that. That'll do there. I need, yeah, the gloves, obviously. There's going to be a line, something like that. Okay, I think I've got enough. Oh, you know what? Here, that's what I gotta do. Let's draw that inner line. There you go. Okay, I think I've got enough that I can start with the Sharpies. I just need to, ooh, you know what? That leg needs to come down a little bit further, and then we'll get going. So, just do like that. Okay, so I want to erase a lot of these sketch lines, and the confidence lines are what are going to guide me. So if you're working with pencil, you just start drawing darker, start pressing harder. But me, because I'm working with Sharpie, I want to make the Sharpie stand out, not these pencil lines. So I'm just going to erase a little bit here and get moving. Okay, I think that's enough. So let's welcome everybody that skipped. Welcome skippers, welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be working with the Sharpie fine point and the Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point and can find things that the fine point can't quite find. Sketch the entire thing out. I've left myself a very faint ghost of an image that I can trace over and guide myself. So I'm going to start with the Sharpie pen because I can control the line widths much better, and start off with the face. So she's got that cool domino thing. We're not going to worry about that. That's going to be color. We're just going to draw a regular old face, okay? I'm going to draw the top of the eyelids like this, just to see if I've got her parallel, in the right spot. And looks good to me, so I can go ahead and draw the retinas. Kind of like this. A little big, but that's okay. I'll compensate for that. Then draw a little bit of a pupil. I'm going to draw just a little bit of a dot like that because mine is so small I can't go any more or it's going to start to bleed, and I'm going to let color take care of the rest. So I'm going to do a little bit of like a cat eye for a makeup, kind of like this, and then bring it in just a hair, just to show like an eyelash type kind of thing. But again, I can't go too far because it'll bleed, and that's all I really want to do for pretty old lashes, you know. I'm going to come in just a little bit here too, just to imply the bottom of the eye. I'm going to give her an eyebrow. Like that. Do the other one over here. Oops. Kind of bled into the eye a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to have to leave it. It bled in just a hair, but I'm just going to have to let it go, not worry about that. That's what happens. For her nose, she's got a wonderful, beautiful nose. So I'm going to give her just a little bit of a nostril like this. Oops. Let's see if we can fix that. Like that. I'm going to go ahead and do just a little bit like this just to emphasize the shape of it. We'll come back and oh, here, let's do this. Let's give her an edge like that. That'll define one part of where the edge is. So I'm going to draw her mouth. This, and I'm going to draw the lips, top lip like that, bottom lip down like this, and that's all I can really do without going too crazy because it's so tiny I can't do much more, and color will take care of the rest of all that. So I'm going to draw her chin down here like this, and come up here for her jaw, other side like this too. And I'm going to start to thicken up these edges too, because when I switch over to the big Sharpie, that right there, it's going to really stand out. So I'm just kind of compensating for how it's going to look, just because I know what's going to happen here. Okay, I'm going to give her some wonderful little cheekbones, just a little bit like that. And that's where the ear's going to be. Now, the hair is going to take over the rest. Okay, and so I talked about this in a sketch, and I'm trying to decide what to highlight and what not to, because I want to give you something to draw, but I think color should take care of a lot of it too. So I'm just going to kind of play around with a cool hairstyle. And like I said, I think almost like a tree, like the branches in front you're going to see, or the leaves in front you'll see, and as they go further back into the tree it gets darker. So I kind of only want to highlight the front, you know, the what's in closest to you. So I'm going to just play around with a little bit like this, and again, color will take care of a lot of this. But I just wanted to give you something to highlight the cool look of it. And then, like I said, we'll do more with color. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and draw her neck to give us an edge of what to play with the hairstyle. And I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch over now to the big Sharpie, because I can draw the edges and then start to get thick with it. Okay, so I'm going to play around with what I can do. And so basically it's kind of going out and going up and going up and like that. So I'm just kind of playing around with the style of flowing out, you know, because basically these are pointed straight at you, this is pointed out, and it's kind of the same way all the way around. So that's kind of the idea. Again, like a tree, like branches all, you know, pointed straight at you. I think that's awesome that we've never gotten to do a hair color like this, or hairstyle like this. It's beautiful. There we go. So now that I have that, again, color will take care of a lot of it. I just want to highlight a few things, just because, again, it'll give you something to do, a style to work on, and to look. A very unique, awesome look. You know, something like this. And that's also the cool thing about it too, is there is no defined, well, this is how you do it, you know? We're just basically coming up with a cool look to try to define the style, and you kind of get to do whatever you want. You know, there are no rules. You are the creator. You are the ones who get to define the magic. All right, how's yours looking? Mine's awesome. I'm very happy with this. Cool. All right, so let's work our way down. So let's see. She does have a necklace on. I've got a good picture here. I got a few pictures I'm looking at. All right, she's got a cool necklace on. We'll do that in a second. I wanted to define her shirt, but I think I need to define the straps first, right? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to do his shoulders like this, and this one's kind of up a little bit. Okay, so let's draw her arms, or let's draw her chest, and then we can draw the arms. So she's got like that sleeveless vest type thing. We're going to do like this. That'll give us some edges to work with, and then I can work around her breast to her chest, and then we can draw the straps. Okay. Okay, we'll go ahead and do the back of her like this. And I've got her kind of tilted, so that's where her back is arched. Okay. And so I'm going to draw these straps, and I want to do all this first so I can define where we are. Well, let's just do this strap first. We'll do this one in front. So it's going to go across and up like that. And then this one over here, it's all attached to her belt. I should probably draw that in. This one over here is going to go across like this. Here like that, and I'll go ahead and draw the edge. Let's see, yeah, let's do the edge of it, and it's going to look very open cut, but we're going to come back. Just wait, just hang on. So I'm going to emphasize her breast right there, come down all the way down like that. Same thing there, all the way down that. All right. Okay, let me clean up a little bit of this real fast where I didn't get to connect because I didn't want to cut through there. And then she does have the shirt that kind of comes down and goes like this. So basically that's why it's like that. It's not open all the way. It's a shirt. And then I can do her little necklace going around like this. I'll just draw like this rope. We're just going to do something like that. Nothing too crazy or defined, just that it's a light rope where it's tied off. Okay. Let's see, and she does have a couple more straps. I'm going to go across like this, Okay. Now, let's see. But now that that's defined, I can work on her arms. So this one's just going to be up. It's kind of up and elegant. So I'm going to draw her shoulder down. There's her elbow. I'm going to draw this one back up to her wrist. Like that. And her hand's just kind of up like this. So I'm going to draw the back of it like this to the finger, to the pinky. Sorry. Oops, a little thick there. That's okay. Next one's like this. See where we're going with this? Back one's like this. And then the middle finger's kind of mixed in with it, so that's all we gotta do. And draw the thumb like this. Now, I'll define a few things because she is wearing gloves and because we just want to clean it up a little bit. This hand actually came out pretty good, so there's not a lot we really got to do. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, it's gloves, so we'll just leave it as a little stylized look like that. Okay, so let's do the other one. And this one's just kind of sticking out, almost the same thing, very stylized and elegant is what she's doing. So I'm going to draw the shoulder up like that, down to the bicep, and there's the forearm to the wrist. So the other side is like this. Okay, and again, here's some glove action going on here. Is kind of a whole stylized look to it as well. So this side you can see, this one you can't really see because the way her arm is bent. This line that I just drew is going to be going back like that. Ooh, let's do this. I forgot to draw little creases and folds for the glove. Yeah, so that's all I want to do there. Okay, so I'm going to draw her hand just kind of pointed down like that. Draw the top of it like this, bottom towards the thumb like that, draw the thumb in, across to this finger. It's super hard for me because I can't turn. You know how when you're drawing you can turn your paper and whatnot? I can't do that, so I just have to acknowledge that, you know, it's taped down for a better video that way, but I can't do anything about that. That came out super thick. That's okay. That's all right. Not happy with it, but I'm okay with it. Things happen, and I'm okay with the way they went because that'll all be darkened in anyway, so you can't really see much. But see, it still works. No big deal. All right, so I think that's good for the glove. Let's just keep working on our way down. So now she does have a couple of guns. Or more holsters than guns, right? So I'm gonna, and you can't really see them from the way she's positioned, so I'm just going to draw a belt like that, and then I'm going to draw her hip down to one of the guns, and we'll just say it's kind of like this. Again, you can't really see much because of the way it's in, or the position that it's in, so we'll just do something like that, okay? Not worry too much about the detail. Same thing over here. I'm going to draw this one down. And that's all I can really do. Okay? So, that being said, I'm going to, let's say, I'm going to draw the rest of her leg down like this to the knee pad. Knee pad is big like that. We're going to say that's where the boot is. That. So that means I'll draw the rest of the leg up, then I'll come back and do the boot. Okay, that'll also give me a place where her crotch is, so I'll know where to draw the other leg. So I'm going to draw her boot like this, and this one's kind of pointed, a little pointed out. Kind of like this. I'll add some detail in a second. And so that means this leg is going to be down here like this. There's the knee pad. Close them off because it's wrapped around, obviously. That means I can draw the back of her leg like this, down to the boot, and then the rest of the boot. So this is going to come down, draw the foot, that, there's the ankle, like this. And again, I'm going to add some detail in a second. We're just going to do like, she's got like almost like straps, like almost like they. Okay, let's do it with the finer detail. Let's do that. Let's add some accents. It's almost like she's got straps going across. Oops, too many lines there. Too many lines. Some straps going across for laces, almost like protective. At least in the picture I have, that's what it looks like. And it doesn't add much for the drawing, but it gives us something. It gives us a little bit of style, you know. So for this one, we're just going to go across, and I'm doing it with a smaller Sharpie too. Again, just to add some not contradiction, but compliments. So the thick versus thin. That's the other reason why I like working with the Sharpie, because I get a really cool complement of thick versus thin line here. Clean that up a little bit, something like that. So also this is material, so I want to highlight that it's cloth. Okay, so yeah, like I said, we can't really do much for the guns because it's such a straight on point of view. But I can add that, so there you go. You know what? I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Domino. So here's my colored version. You can color it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.